The story of a forgotten funder in early Islam who donated millions over and over, and each time he said, "I did it for Allah."
This man wasn't a billionaire influencer or a business mogul. He was a companion of the Prophet, peace be upon him. And his story is almost unbelievable. But to understand how far his generosity went, you need to understand who he really was. Uthman wasn't new to success. Even before Islam, he was known for being fair, trustworthy merchant, the kind that people respect in business. But Islam changed him completely. His wealth wasn't about comfort anymore. It became about contribution. Medina was hit by a famine, and everyone was struggling. But one morning, a massive caravan appeared. 1,000 camels loaded with wheat, flour, oil, and dates. All belonged to Uthman bin Affan. The city lit up, and the merchant ran to him saying, "We're gonna give you double." He refuses. He said, "Somebody already gave me a better deal." They offered, "We're gonna give you a triple." And he didn't even budge and said the exact same thing. And they even offered 5 times more of the worth of this carnivore. But Uthman said something echoed in history. He said, "Allah promised me 10 times more. I'm gonna give away all of this to the people for free." If one camel carrying goods was worth $5,000, then 1,000 camel is worth $5 million. He literally gave away what could have been worth an entire neighborhood. And that night, nobody went to bed hungry. And this wasn't a one act of kindness. It was a habit of giving. Where people struggle, Uthman looked for ways to solve it. But next time, it's not about food. It is about water. Back then, clean water was a business. The only well in Medina was owned by a person who was charging people high prices. And imagine Medina with me, it's just a Sahara. There's no rivers, no ocean, no nothing. So this was the only source of water to them. And it was expensive, not all Muslims could afford it. So the Prophet ﷺ asked, "Who will buy this well and give its water for free for Muslims?" Uthman bought it. Some say he paid 2,500 dirham. That's roughly $100,000 today. Then he gave it away to people for free. Imagine for me, someone who will buy a water company so water could be free forever. This is what Uthman did. Well, it's still functioning today in Saudi Arabia. And you might think, that's enough, right? A famine, a water crisis, it's solved. That's enough. But Uthman didn't stop. He didn't just help people to get by and survive. He wanted Islam to grow. As the Muslim community grew, Masjid al-Nabawi was too small for them. The Prophet ﷺ wanted to expand it, but the area around it was privately owned. So Uthman quietly bought it from his own pocket and donated it all for Allah. Those lands in today worth millions. Every prayer offered in the expanded mosque still goes toward his reward 1,400 years later. But the moment that defined him, the moment that makes even the Prophet ﷺ emotional, is yet to come. Then came one of the hardest moments, the expedition to Tabuk. The Muslims were poor, it was extremely hot, and they needed an army to defend Islam. Uthman stood up. He didn't just give a few camels, he gave 1,000 camels, 70 horses, and 1,000 gold dinar. That's the equivalent of $3 to $5 million today. And the magical moment was when the Prophet ﷺ said, "Nothing will harm Uthman after what he has done today." Even after that, he kept giving Uthman biggest gift. It was something we hold today in our hands. Years later, after Uthman became Caliph, he noticed Muslims are reciting Quran differently in far regions. He gathered the companions and financed the completion of the Quran into one version. And he funded multiple handwritten copies and distributed them to different areas in the Islamic Empire. Each copy took weeks to be written by hand. Imagine with me the cost of the ink, the parchment, travel. Some historians estimate it will equal hundreds of dollars today. Because of this effort, the Quran you read today, in your phone, the mosque, and even your home, it was the same one complied under his leadership. His generosity fed the hungry, gave water to the thirsty, built homes for worship, built an army to defend Islam. But unfortunately, the story ended very, very bad. When rebels surrounded his house, Uthman refuses to fight Muslims, and he said, "I will not spill a drop of Muslim blood for my sake." He was fasting that day. He spent it reciting Quran. When they entered the home, the Quran was open before him.
فسيكفيكهم الله وهو السميع العليم.
He lived with Quran and he died in front of it. He was a man who saw money as a tool, not status. He could have built palaces. He could have lived like a king, but instead, he made his life mission making a world a better place for Muslims. He gave everything and gained paradise. So if you like the video, you might like this one.